Hello friends, every hour a pork processing plant can process over 1,200 pigs, producing over 40,000 pounds of sausage without interruption. How does a system operate at that speed? Where is the data stored? And how can the machines repeat the same cutting and mixing operations with absolute precision? This is the part of the food system that most people never see, and it's the system we'll delve into to understand. You know, in September 2025, on US 287 near Waxahachie, a truck carrying pigs had an accident. It suffered a tire blowout, veered off the embankment, and crashed into a retaining wall, causing significant damage to the truck's cabin and requiring temporary fencing to remove the animals before continuing its journey. Fortunately, the pigs were still able to reach the pork processing plant safely. The process begins at the receiving area. Pigs arrive at the facility according to carefully scheduled transport plans. This section of the plant is enclosed and designed to reduce stress while maintaining biosecurity. Before processing begins, health checks are performed and each group is logged into the system. From this moment forward, traceability begins. Every animal becomes a data point tied to time, location, and processing conditions, data that follows the product through the entire facility. Next comes stunning. Approved humane methods are used to render the animal unconscious quickly and consistently. This step is designed to ensure worker safety, product quality, and process control. It is tightly regulated and carefully timed. Immediately after stunning, bleeding takes place. This occurs in a controlled environment where timing and flow are monitored precisely. The process moves continuously, feeding directly into the next stage without interruption. Efficiency here supports both hygiene and product quality. The carcasses now enter the scalding section. They pass through hot water maintained at approximately 62 degrees Celsius. Sensors continuously monitor temperature and exposure time to ensure consistency. This controlled heat loosens hair follicles evenly, preparing the surface for mechanical removal. From scalding, the carcasses move directly into automated dehairing machines. Rotating paddles and mechanical brushes remove hair through repeated rhythmic motion. manual intervention is minimal. The equipment is built from stainless steel for durability, sanitation, and non-stop operation. This is one of the most visually repetitive stages of the process, designed for efficiency, not variation. Cold temperatures slow bacterial growth, stabilize the meat structure, and prepare it for precision cutting. Temperature control does not end here. It is maintained throughout nearly every stage that follows. Sensors continue to collect data as the process moves forward. Once chilled, the carcasses move into the cutting area. Industrial robots separate each carcass into standardized sections using programmed cutting paths and sensor feedback. Each cut is identical to the last. This precision reduces waste, increases speed, and ensures consistency across thousands of units per hour. The repetition is intentional. Uniform motion produces uniform results. After cutting, different portions are routed to different destinations. Some cuts are prepared for fresh retail products. Others are directed deeper into the processing line towards sausage manufacturing. Routing decisions are tracked digitally to maintain full traceability. Cuts intended for sausage production enter industrial grinders. The meat is reduced to a uniform texture with particle size carefully controlled. Temperatures remain low throughout this step to preserve quality and food safety. The flow is continuous and uninterrupted. From grinding, the meat moves into large mixing drums. Seasonings are added according to precise formulation. Each ingredient is weighed, verified, and logged before mixing begins. The mixers rotate slowly and evenly, distributing flavor throughout the batch. Each mix is tied to a specific production run, reinforcing traceability and consistency. The seasoned mixture is pushed into casings in a continuous flow. Length, diameter, and weight are controlled automatically as sausages move along the conveyor. This step transforms raw ingredients into a recognizable product, shaped entirely by mechanical precision. The sausages enter controlled smoking chambers. Smoke, heat, and time are carefully balanced to develop flavor. After smoking, the sausages are fully cooked. Sensors monitor internal temperatures to ensure food safety standards are met before the product advances. Once cooked, the sausages are cooled and prepared for packaging. Automated systems handle weighing, sealing, and labeling with minimal human contact. Each package carries information linking it back to its production data, when it was made, where it was processed, and under what conditions. Traceability remains intact until the product leaves the facility. At the end of the day, this is not a process designed to be seen. It is designed to work continuously, predictably, and at a massive scale. Thousands of machines, millions of data points, and constant monitoring come together to form a system that feeds millions of people, quietly and relentlessly, every day.
Two million wild hogs in Texas get to a factory that produces sausages in just 24 hours. And how fierce is the race to get 200,000 finished wild boar sausages to your plate in the next 24 hours? Watch until the end of the video to find out. The sun rises over a 5,000-acre forest in South Texas. The first thing you smell is pine mixed with a little hog attitude. Inside a perimeter of humming electric fence, thousands of feral hogs live their best life. These are not the pink pigs you see in storybooks. These are the great-great-grandkids of Spanish boars that jumped ship 400 years ago and never looked back. Jake Torres, third-generation rancher and part-time hog whisperer, starts his day with a cup of coffee and a walk along the fence line. His job is to keep the hogs wild, keep them healthy. Every morning, Jake spreads out a breakfast buffet approved by the USDA. Cracked corn, acorns, and high-protein pellets. No shortcuts, no junk. Each hog drinks 1.5 to 2 gallons of clean water daily. Dr. Maria Lopez, the ranch vet, shows up right behind him with a portable ultrasound strapped on like a fanny pack. She checks hearts, lungs, and muscle tone the way your grandpa checks tire pressure. Healthy hog equals happy sausage, she says, giving the screen a satisfied tap. And a hog that doesn't know it's on the menu is the best kind. By 7 o'clock, the selection committee meets. Jake and Maria weigh each candidate on a scale hidden under a patch of Johnson grass. Today's lucky winner is a 120-pound boar with a shiny coat and an attitude that says, "I could have taken you." Maria loads a CO2 dart, gives a gentle puff, and the hog folds up like a lawn chair. 16, no pain, no fuss, just a quick nap.
No pain, no fuss, just take a nap.
In less than a minute, he's on a padded sled and rolling toward the truck. The trailer waiting at the gate is a climate-controlled trailer with 2 full air changes every minute at a steady 38 degrees. Jake signs the paperwork, hands the driver a GPS tracker, and waves goodbye. The first 24-hour clock is officially ticking. Four hours later, the trailer eases up to the loading dock of a 150,000 square foot plant in San Antonio. Workers in white coats open the doors and the hogs wake up with oxygen masks like they just finished a spa day. Each one gets a final once over. One limp, one bruise, and the whole load goes back to the ranch. Today they all pass with flying colors. From the holding pen, they walk into a CO2 chamber for a 90-second nap that's approved by the American Veterinary Medical Association. No blades, no drama, just lights out. The carcasses roll into the clean room where USDA inspectors poke and prod for trichinella, a parasite that shows up in only 3% of feral hogs. Today's batch is clean as a whistle. The real fun starts now. Butchers trim the meat to 80% lean and mix in 20% pork fat, because even wild hogs need a little cushion. The grinder hums through 2 passes, coarse, then fine. Garlic, fennel, hickory smoke, and sea salt go in next. The stuffer runs at 556 links a minute, which is faster than your grandma snaps beans. By noon, 200,000 sausages are hanging in the smokehouse, climbing to a core temperature of 145 degrees, hot enough to kill any parasite and still keep that perfect snap. At 2 o'clock the sky falls, 1 hog has a surface bruise, the entire batch is quarantined. The clock shows 23 hours and 10 minutes left. The plant manager calls in a backup vet who declares the bruise nothing more than a love tap. The stuffer roars back to life and the crew works like they're trying to beat a rainstorm. By 5:59 the next morning, exactly 48 hours after the first dart, the last pallet rolls out the door. Vacuum sealed, USDA stamped, and loaded onto a reefer truck headed for H-E-B stores in Austin. The driver pulls onto the highway with 1 minute to spare. That night, a mum in Round Rock fires up the grill with a package of wild boar sausage. She scans the QR code and this video starts playing on her phone. Her kids ask for seconds and argue over who gets the last piece. Lean, smoky, a little bit wild, just like Texas. $2 million hogs, 200,000 sausages, 48 hours. You've just watched the whole ride. Now it's your turn. Grill them low and slow for 5 minutes a side. Never microwave smoked sausage. Reheat to 160 degrees if you warm them up. Toss them in pasta with garlic and spinach, or dice them into a breakfast skillet with potatoes and eggs. Hello, friend. Consumers drop $20,000 0 cents on ostrich jackets, yet Texas factories trash 70% of hides over a single scratch. Inside the state's biggest plant, 500 ostriches hit the line daily where 1 millimeter flaw tanks a $1,500 0 cent skin to $50 0 cents. Did this video crack open the 48-hour race, revealing the ruthless precision and staggering waste behind luxury's most unforgiving material? Find out right now.
Made in Texas.
Sun cracks over Valley Mills, Texas. 1,400-pound ostriches sprint 48th across 335 acres of Superior Ostrich Ranch. Maya Chen, 28, third-generation tanner, checks her tablet. Bird ID 47, 11 months, 248 pounds. One ostrich can hit $2,500 0 cents total value, she says. But only if every gram is tracked. Ever wonder why a jacket costs more than a used car? Keep watching. Reggio Jr., 19, scans the tag and loads the trailer. Reggio Luis Ortega, USDA vet, locks trailer temp at 18 to 22 DGC. 50 birds, 12 per section max. Trip under 4 hours, Ortega says. Stress drops, hide grade, 5%. Rig rolls out $10 per bird. "4 hours later, Dakota gates swing open. 500 birds hit the line daily. 70% of hides never make it. What happens next will blow your mind. Inside, patented rails glide birds forward. 80 psi air blasts feathers clean with no follicle damage. £2 per bird. Head to Supercar Detailing Kits, $50, 0 cents per pound. Maya lifts the first hide 16 square feet, crown worth 60%. Digital caliper reads 30 quills per square
But
centimeter,
70%
grade A.
have never seen a jacket.
But 70% have never seen a jacket.
One bird equals 100-pound meat, 16 SVFT hide, 2-pound feathers, $2,500, 0 cents potential. But 70% never see a jacket. The drums are spinning. Steel cylinders process 500 hides at once. Chromium CLT sulfate locks protein at pH 3.8. Worker tests every batch, 0.2 drift ruins softness. Split screen, old system 1000, 200 liters water per hide. New enzyme tech, 720 liters. Texas plants recycle 70% of every drop. Dye vats glow Hermes red. Staking machines hammer leather to 1M flat. UV lamp strobes are 1 wimmer. Scratch flashes red. $1,500, 0 cents. Skin crashes to $50, 0 cents scrap. Maya's jaw tightens. We can save 15%. Want to see the fix? Maya flips the switch and the grading line wakes up with a low buzz. She turns on the big 4K camera and splits the screen right down the middle, left side for before, right side for after, so everyone can watch the fix happen live. On the left sits a perfect patch of ostrich leather, packed with exactly 30 quills per square centimeter. That's grade A, worth a clean $1,500, 0 cents. On the right is the same piece, but a tiny 0.2 millimeter scratch cuts straight through it, circled in red like a warning. That little line just erased $1,450, 0 cents in value. The split screen isn't just to show it's Maya's live proof, a real-time X-ray of the problem and the solution. She fires up the AI scanner, tuned to catch anything 0.8 millimeters or bigger, and it races through 500 hides a day. Maya dials the UV light to 365 nanometers, and 98% of the floors light up instantly. Reginald Jr. taps his tablet, hide 4721B grade, sent to Buffin. This is a buy tip. Always ask for the QR grade report. Never trust full quill unless you see the quill density certificate. Maya slaps the label on the box. Inside sits one $20,000 0 cents jacket back in the game. 7 days later, the restored hide lands in ground ostrich hits the grill at $15.00 a pound lean, just 1.5% fat. Feathers glide over supercars in detailing shops. Eggshells glow as $50.00 designer lamps. One bird can feed 100 families and keep 500 Texas jobs rolling. Slap on a USA raised label and the price jumps 20%. The numbers are stacking up, and you can feel the final math closing in. Experience has been passed down. Keep it under 25 DGC or the quills crack. As the sun sets over the ranch, Maya, Reginald Jr. and Dr. Ortega huddle around a tablet to review the numbers and decide the next move. The dashboard lights up, waste dropped from 70% in 2011 to 55% in 2025, while revenue per bird climbed from $1,800.00 to $2,500.00 gain per bird. AI and enzyme tech deliver a $700.00 gain per bird. An investment slide appears. An $80,000.00 AI upgrade saves $1,200,000.00 in waste yearly, 500 birds daily, 15% recovery, $1,500.00 each. Reginald Jr. reminds them, the 90S crash cost Dad $2 million. We cap growth at 18% a year. Maya asks, spend the 80 grand. Dr. Ortega answers, do it. Waste falls under 50% by 2026. Delay costs $400.00 K next year. Three green checks flash. The final plan is 60% revenue from meat, 40% from leather for stable cash flow. Process in Texas to keep an extra $600.00 per hide. Maya steps to camera. Measure every gram, adjust every process, reuse every stream. That's how one ostrich becomes $2,500.00 and a farm lasts generations.
We've integrated human ingenuity with machine precision. This optimized workflow allows us to achieve
QR code flashes. Scan to see the USDA Ostrich Grading Guide. Do you support grading farms? Let us know in the comments. The sun dips below the horizon. Birds roam free across the Golden Plain. Comment your biggest takeaway below. Let's talk precision.
%70 of leather is discarded. 1 yen Jintu. Only 30% reaches market.